So what are your options for a True Cloud? So some of the True Cloud, like I said, Acumatica and Business Central are both considered now True Cloud. I will caveat, if you're obviously our GP clients, when you're talking about Microsoft Dynamics Business Central, first off, when you're hearing Dynamics 365, that is a suite of 15 plus products that all are part of the Dynamics 365 suite. Microsoft's goal is to make those products be able to interact or integrate in an efficient manner, right? Business Central is one of those products. So you have to be very specific, because when you get onto Microsoft's website and you start searching functionality and whatnot, you'll probably end up, if it doesn't say Business Central, you're probably on one of the other products that is, again, it's a Microsoft Dynamics 365 product. It's not specifically Business Central. So just keep that in mind. Business Central, even though there is some rumors out there that it's a upgrade from GP to Business Central, it is not. Business Central is a completely different system, different structure, different database structure. So it is a migration in either place. So when you're talking about moving to a true cloud solution from GP, there's no simple let's take an upgrade approach. So keep that in mind. Obviously, there are other cloud solutions out there in the cloud space. It's evolving all the time. There's certainly players out there like NetSuite that we'll cover a little bit in here, because obviously they're one of the big players. It's very aggressive out there. They do a lot of promising and trying to get people to believe. You just have to be very careful on when you're evaluating different cloud solutions, that you really are looking at it holistically and what it would mean to your company, and because it's a huge commitment. Obviously, moving to a true cloud ERP, right? It's software as a service. So you're basically getting all the hardware and the software all together. There's no separation as long as you're not going with a private cloud where you're basically taking over the hardware again, which is an option with both of these solutions, Acumatica and Business Central. It's just not the standard solution that's normally offered. So there are some use cases for that, but it's really not very common to do so. Again, access anytime, anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection, right? So that's important. Some of our GP clients in the past, they were concerned, right? They're in a remote location. They don't have redundant systems for internet connectivity. Power goes out. Okay, now we're out of business, right? Even if we have backup generators, depending on what the situation is, we've got to make sure that all of that is redundant and backups and such to keep my internet connection. Whereas if you're running GP in-house, even if the internet goes down, it's not going to hurt you. It might cause some issues with other connected solutions, but again, it's not a deal breaker. These are browser-based solutions, so they support multiple platforms. So, obviously we've had clients over the years that wanted to run GP on a Mac. It's always been a bit of an issue. Well, with True Cloud solutions, not an issue. They support multiple browsers. So obviously Google, Chrome, Edge, Microsoft's Edge, Safari is supported. So again, you have those flexibility and whichever platform you're on whichever browser you're using to be able to run the application in that. Both of them include mobile apps. So there's a mobile app component which accesses the same data. It's all included with the subscription. So you've got Android and iOS support in both of those. Connectivity to other cloud-based solutions, right? So important when you're in the cloud that gives you the flexibility of being able to now integrate to other cloud, or it could be built into the solution where you're just setting up a connector. So, similar to what GP does with Avalara, right? For a lot of people that are using Avalara today, right? You enter your information in GP, you do some configuration, and it's communicating with Avalara's cloud solution, right? Well, the same thing is true of Business Central and Acumatica, but there are a lot more solutions like that are available, right? To be able to do that, just configuration versus a true custom integration, and sometimes is what we need to do for GP. Security, uptime, disaster recovery, all those again are built into this SaaS environment. So you're less concerned. Obviously, you still have to be concerned when it comes to email access. Email threats are probably one of the most common ways that systems get hacked, and so there's still, you need to be working with a a partner on that side of the front to keep yourself secure. So seamless updates, upgrades, enhancements. Definitely cloud solutions. That's what they're looking to do. We'll talk about how that works and the importance of it, because it sounds great. You just need to be aware of how it works. Make sure you're certainly able to manage that process. Responsive design, right? So that means that as we're looking at these different screens, when we switch them around a little bit, that they are automatically resizing, right? So to the screen. So depending on what platform I'm on, they're automatically adjusting. And that's what that responsive design does for you with Acumatica and Business Central. So, if I'm using a tablet, I'm using a Surface, whatever kind of device, right? I'm using a giant screen, then, again, it just automatically scales. Again, that's a limitation with GP and its older design, right? That the windows don't stretch and grow. And so, you're trying to make things visible on these big screens. Scalability, right? So a company can quickly scale up or down depending on your business needs, right? So when you're in the cloud, you're renting that space. So, with COVID, some cloud companies, experienced massive growth. Well, with these, whether you're in Azure or whether you're in AWS, Amazon Web Services solution, right? All you do is acquire more resources and, you're able to scale up. Whereas if you have on-premise servers, it's going to be a much larger task, right? Do I need to buy new servers? Do I need to upgrade my servers? What do I need to do? So that gives you that flexibility again to be able to run your business without having to really concern, okay, if I grow, can the system continue to handle it? So again, minimal IT support and infrastructure. Any questions come into so far?
No, not
Okay.
yet, John. Thank you.